My name is Erwin Alzate, and I'm the finance guy for SumUp Colombia. So I'm neurodiverse. I was born within the autism spectrum, and I was actually diagnosed when I was 10 years old. Until then, I didn't know anything about it. And also, at the same time, I was diagnosed with depression. So those are two things I've been dealing with for my whole life. When I was a little kid, I didn't used to have friends, so I was always by myself, and I was always playing with dinosaurs, watching some documentaries about dinosaurs. I was really obsessed with dinosaurs, to be honest. And then after I was diagnosed, I think I was like maybe 11, 12 years old, and when I started making friends. I started reading about how to make friends, how to socialize, because I was really into a girl. So that is how I actually started socializing. The main issue is working with families about certain expectations about the children, because, for example, when it comes to my life story, actually, I was born within a very conservative family, and my parents didn't have the tools that they needed to deal with my lack of social life. So, as I told you, I was always alone. So it was pretty hard for them to understand how my mind was working, and they didn't know what was going on. Helping parents to raise their children with the tools they need can be really helpful, so they can be able to raise children that are going to be strong and independent, so they can make a life on their own. I think that is the most important part. You don't need to live your life based on the expectations that your parents, your family, or your friends have. That is the first thing that you need to understand, that even though you can have a normal life, you might be a little bit different, and that is okay. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable about many things. You might be making some people feel uncomfortable sometimes, and that is also okay, because that is just who you are. But the thing I think is the most important is about being able to openly talk about anything. And that is how it should be. I mean, that is just who I am. If you ask me, my name is Erwin Alzate. I'm 30 years old. I'm really into finance. I love my job. I love working at SumUp. I have many friends. I really enjoy spending time with them. I have a really huge family. I mean, it's really, really big. I really love spending time with them. And at the same time, I was born within the spectrum, and I suffer from depression. I go to therapy. And those are just activities that I do, like jogging, or like going to the gym, or like going to the movies. So that's it. There's no reason for the stigma at the end of the day. I just don't get it, And when it comes to being really manly, really tough, I feel really manly, I feel really tough, and I feel really comfortable about talking about my condition. So I don't see any issue. I don't see a way in which those two situations are not connected, because being able to talk about yourself is being able to be strong.